or like I'm gonna take me a break after this. I gotta go get some shit done real quick outside, and then jump back at it. You know how we do. We in and out. We in and out. So let's start off. Hey, as y'all can see, I'm living. I made it. I made it through the storm. Made it through the struggle. Couldn't get none of you MFers to pray for me. It's all good. God bless me, protecting me. I am prayed over by all those that love me, that know me in real life. So I'm here. Anyway, let's get into it. Luca calling off the marriage. She feel like them LA mansion parties hit different. This is why if you are a woman, a bad chaser, a gold digger, and you got your professional athlete, and that nigga say, man, I just got traded to LA, or that nigga get drafted to LA, you got one night to fuck his brains out and get that nigga to marry you. Or it's a wrap. It's a wrap. There's no bachelors, no rich niggas moving to LA and then getting married once they move to LA. It's just not happening. The mansion parties hit different, dog. That's just what it is. It's members only. You get your official leather members only jacket. I remember when I went to Dillard High School, I wanted me my Panther jacket with the gray and the blue, with the gray leather sleeves, suede. You know what I'm saying, bitch? I wanted that jacket. That's the members only jacket, dog. And Luca done called off his marriage because the LA parties hit different, dog. It just hit different. You got 6 Academy Award winners, Emmy nominated bitches, and Oscar Award winning fighting over who get to give you head. Come on, cuz. Like, nah, he not getting married. Disneyland, I already spoken them. NBA cancels Magic City theme night for the Hawks. Dog, this makes sense. This makes sense. I tell you why it makes sense. It's like, come on, dog. Them niggas is already tricking off heavy in the NBA. Look at Zion Williamson. Like, I be saying to myself, God is a fair God. This is why God is a fair God. He spared me this morning, didn't he? And then the second thing is, he'll give a person a great ability to jump out the gym, be 300 pounds, run a 4 flat. But a nigga just can't resist the simplest thing, the simplest man can avoid. Nigga fall into the funniest thirst traps. Niggas just be out here buying BBLs and buying bitches BB. So it's like, that's what make God so fair. Okay, I'm gonna give you all the money, but you're gonna be super lame. Or I'm gonna make you super cool, but I'm gonna make you super lazy. You notice how that works? It's never like a hard-working nigga who got money and super cool and all these 3 things. Or I'm gonna make you, cause I wanna put this out there real quick, cause I think I fall in one of these categories. I'm definitely not a lame nigga, but I am a social misfit. You feel me? I don't want to sound introverted because I can hold court and talk, have a great conversation with a multitude of people. But me spark the conversation or go, I'm usually reserved because I don't want to sound funny or sound crazy or nothing like that. Online, I pop shit all day. In person, I'm quiet as a church mouse until you get me to talking. Then I go to speaking. So I say I'm like a social misfit in that regard, you did. But what I'm saying is God never put all low qualities in one person. It's just like women who be thick when they got, I'm talking about the BBL era. I'm talking about before the BBLs. Big booty women typically got small breasts, and big breast women typically got small butt. And he never used to put the combination together, you did. Anyway, so by the NBA canceling their Magic City theme night, I think that's a good call. You feel me? First of all, Magic City, dog, we not endorsing script clubs, but what I'm saying is all the money y'all done made, y'all can't fix the goddamn area up. Y'all niggas need to fix that whole property up. I ain't talking about just the building and add some expansion. Y'all ain't got shit on KOD from the physical aesthetic look. It ain't even touching KOD. It's y'all ain't touching Queen of Diamonds. So it's like, damn, cuz, get some of the bases off the corner, get them relocated. Do some deals with them one-way ticket. Here we go. One-way ticket out of Atlanta. We'll pay you guys to get the hell off the block. Get them out of here. Because once they go to another city, send them to another city where they can find the same drugs and then clean up your block. Do something. Invest all the millions y'all done had thrown in the club back into the block. Y'all shit look like you a second away from getting robbed. I'm surprised like rich niggas go there, to be honest with you. Anyway, in other rich ninja news, Dr. Dre just flipped this house for 16.5 M's, which is like lightweight for him. But congratulations, Dr. Dre. I really don't got too much to say about that other than good time to sell. Good time to sell. The Raiders situation just got more messier on some Dalton Connect shit. So there's a white guy named Dalton Connect, played for the Lakers. They tried to trade him for somebody from the Charlotte Hornets or something. The deal fell through, and then they were stuck with him. Well, that same oddness is happening with the Raiders right now. They try to trade Max Crosby, and the Ravens backed out of it like, nah, we good, we good. So now Max got to come back, and now his trade value is diminished because everybody know the Raiders trying to get rid of him, and he want to be gone. So it's like, that's just gonna be some shit right there. So one guy is trying to get to a Super Bowl winning team, and the other team is just trying to be to have the top 3 picks for the next 10 season, which is the Raiders. They just want to be in the top 3 every draft and not do nothing. Let's see. Let's see. Kansas City parade shooter. So a lot of people, the NFL do a good job at suppressing stories. Kansas City won Super Bowl, not this year, but the year before last, and they had a Super Bowl parade. We never knew in the major news that there was a shooter out there, an active shooter or whatever, that shot somebody. So he's walking, I wouldn't call it free because he done spent 2 years locked up. But what the crazy part is, I want to just talk about like the flaws that be in our political justice system. Because what I'm gonna end up, I ain't getting to that yet. I'm gonna talk about this war and how not only will this war shape our policy dealing with other countries, but I think it's going to influence. This is the time right now why America is weak for us to have negotiation power. Sort of like when we came off of COVID, they called it the employees market. People was paying you bonuses to come to a job. And now we're back to it's an employers market where you trying to get on. You're more desperate for the job than they are desperate for the workers. You see what I'm saying? Same thing with inside of America. I'm gonna tell you. So this shooter, he took a plea deal that allowed him to walk out of jail. And you'll say, well, damn, if the man shot somebody at a parade, killed them, what make y'all drop the charges after 2 years? And now it's coming out that it was self-defense. And I said, you see how nasty these folks is, dog? These prosecutors, dog, they so nasty. Instead of just take the L, damn, we locked the innocent man up for 2 years. This gonna cost us a little money. So to take the L, they say, hey, well, take this plea. Misuse of gun. They'll give you what you call not an underlying defense, a lesser included offense. Take this lesser included offense and make us look good to where we can walk away from looking like, because they don't like to take a loss. Even with, like, let's just talk about the law real quick. In law, don't you know that when you about to win a case against something, the prosecutor, they'll do what they call a no contender, where they drop the charges. The reason they drop the charges, it don't account as official loss. Picture a boxer getting in the ring and he can feel he about to get knocked out. And then he all of a sudden, I cut my hand, and they time out. And then he just never returned. That's similar to the shit. They get it don't count as a loss on their record. Like you ain't never went into a lawyer's office, even though you would think it'll work like that, and say how many wins versus losses you got. That's how we should judge it, right? Same thing with the prosecutor. You only can win or you can lose. There's no fucking we both win, we both lose. Somebody gotta win, somebody gotta lose. But they do this thing where they get to withdraw and it don't even count as a loss. So they just drug your ass for years and years, took X amount of years out of your life, all the money that you can't recuperate. But motherfucker, then they say, oh well, shit, okay, all right, fuck it, you got us. We dropped the case. Or they make him do some bum ass shit like Buddy did, which was he was scared to fight that shit. So he just went ahead and was like, oh, I can get out now. After they done just ran 2 years of your life into the fucking ground. Anyway. So I would like to see us make changes, systematic changes inside of America, just like we finna be making systematic changes how we deal with other countries since we're getting our ass kicked. Anyway, let's keep it going where we at right now. AP Adrian Peterson got a little probation and some community hours for a DWI, driving while under the influence, in Minnesota. Man, just my thoughts go out with AP, one of the greatest top 5 running backs in NFL history. That CTE is real. It's really real. And that's why I say my heart goes out. Normally I ain't excusing nothing like that, but the man got all kind of concussions and shit like that. You feel me? So it's like, what you want me to say, bro? Like, the man struggling with an issue, and he entertained millions at the cost of his own health. Even though he made money, he got paid for it. I'm never gonna make an excuse for anybody that accepts money to do something. When we feel sorry for soldiers and all this stuff, and they die in combat, where they getting paid for it, yeah. They ain't do this shit for the love of their country. You can hear, I get tired of bitches saying, I did it for the love of my country. You know what the love of your country is? Do it for free. We ain't gonna pay you shit. We're gonna just give you some guns and teach you how to kill people. Do it for free. That's civil service. It's like community hours. Bitch don't pay you for no community hours. Bitch shouldn't pay you to be in the army, the navy. But it's a career. It's a profession. Let's call it that. Let's treat it like that. Don't act like, oh, you just did it because you was just great. And bitch, you was making all this money. Most of your pay wasn't hazard pay. You wasn't at war every day. Most of your shit was civilian shit. So let's call it what it is. USA versus Mexico brawl broke out in the stands. So a brawl broke out during the World Baseball Classic. It was down in H Town. You feel me? And that's unique when I hear USA versus Mexico and it happened in Houston. Houston is Mexico. Los Angeles is Mexico. New Mexico is Mexico. Phoenix is Mexico. That's how I always look at this shit. I don't know. My map in my head is different from what they show you on the map. I still got the original map of Mexico drawn in my head before the Battle of the Alamo and all that shit. So it's like when they say Americans fought Mexicans, are they talking about Anglo-Saxons fighting Mexicans? Because it's not going to end well, because we talk about two crowds that like to drink beer, a lot of beer, and get rowdy when they drink beer, Mexicans and the white folks. So they brawled. I don't know who won the game. I don't know who won the fight. If I had to bet, I'd probably say the Mexicans. Let's see. Former NFL player, since nobody want to say his name, I'm going to be the first one to report his name. Everybody keeps saying former NFL player like they trying to hide his name. But he's a former linebacker named Deron Lee, not Darren Lee, Deron Lee. I know a Deron coming up in school. He asked ChatGPT how to cover up a murder right before he called 911. We finna go back into this CTE thing. You see what I'm talking about, CTE? Like, we not gonna cut no NFL players no breaks. All we're gonna do is show empathy of understanding the stupid decisions that they make and why. That brain done got rattled. It's like fucking taking a fish, a goldfish, and putting them in a little bowl, put them in a little jelly jar, put some water in it, and just shake the shit out of that damn jar. That's what CTE is. He just had his brain goddamn scrambled. So much so he couldn't even think that he jumped on a damn chat. He might as well ask Google how to cover up a goddamn murder. And then use Google Voice to damn call 911. That was just crazy, bro. That was God saying, hey man, you gotta go lay down, fool. You gotta go lay down. Let's see. Now we starting to get into what we're about to talk about. But before I talk about it, I'm gonna go back to that category. Next. Is this Drake and Kendrick beef the new 50 Cent versus Ja Rule? Like a lifetime beef? Like, will Drake carry this until he's 60? It seems to me Drake wants to be the 50 in this. Now, I know that doesn't make sense because people will say 50 Cent won the Ja Rule battle or whatever. But what I mean by Drake being 50 in this, he just refused to let it go. Kendrick did his thing, got his W, got his money off the shit, got kind of cemented in history, and he let it go. And Drake just can't sleep at night. It's like this shit is haunting him. He has to take shots. And it almost will make you say, well, goddamn, is you niggas finna try to... Because what's going to happen is, if I feel like this, if Kendrick respond to Drake again, and we get a 2.0 of this shit, they going to kill each other career. Because niggas just going to get tired of this shit. It's going to be like a rules. Kendrick will do himself a service by not responding. Like, hey, bro, you below my level. I'm at this point, only person that can win from Kendrick responding is Drake. because he got nothing to lose. He done took the ultimate moral hit. You feel me? Like niggas gonna know him as A minor, Drake A minor for the rest of his life. Speaking of the original Drake, I'm at Drake. Let me give a shout out to Craig David, man. I was listening to Craig David yesterday, and I said, "What the fuck? That shit was mine." I had the Weebay look like. I was like, "Fucking Craig David is the first Drake. He's the first. Go look up Craig David. The whole melody. I met this girl on Monday, took her for a drink on Tuesday. We made the this nigga Drake stuff. I don't care. Y'all can say he done stole niggas flows, but he stole his identity. Looks just like fucking Craig David. Oh my gosh. Shout out. So big shout out to Craig David, dog. Like the original Drake. And all you Drake fans, you want to find some shit that you will really enjoy, go look up Craig David. I promise it's gonna blow your damn mind. That's the original Drake. It hit me yesterday when I ran across him. But yeah, so moving on. Rumor has it the FBI say Cali might be the victim of a Iran drone attack. This is where it gets sketchy at. This is why I'm gonna warn y'all of false flags. The closest state, it's two closer states than California. It's other closer states, but just naming two. So obviously Alaska is closer to a lot of shit due to cutting across the Arctic, right? So Alaska is the closest to Iran. Ain't no sense to fucking bombing no damn Alaska unless you're trying to kill some polar bears. So then the next closest state would be New York, which is the third, second, or whatever highest populated state in the country. So it's like, okay, it would make more sense for them to try to target New York. When I hear Cali, now don't get me wrong. Obviously, let me back it up. If I'm looking at it from a foreign aspect, maybe Cali is the most, because New York is high density. Cali is big as fuck. That's why I got so many people. But as far as density and putting a whole bunch of people in square mileage, like what would do the most damage in the square mileage would be New York. But it would take out a lot of poverty-stricken people or middle-class people that don't got shit to do with nothing. If you're looking for the influencers of the nation with the $30 million houses, $50 million, yeah, Cali is the place you want to be seeking. So that makes sense from that regard. But then how much of a specific strike could you strike from over 5,000 miles? You feel me? With just your ballistic missiles without all this extra. You know, they doing unsophisticated missiles with down the pocket rocket motors, dirt bike motors, so it don't go so it goes under the radar undetected. And I say all that to say, freaking watch out for the false flag because they're trying to get I believe the government has fallen behind the citizens in favorable opinion. They got us to go along with Iraq. They didn't get us because I was a kid and still more smarter than adults. I knew that Iraq shit was bullshit for black people. Let's call it like that. Black people knew that shit. The whole hood was saying it's for oil. Niggas was saying it's for oil. Niggas was saying nigga went now. Nobody said back in the days it was for Israel. I ain't hear nobody saying that. Vinny Oyugi said, "Yo, brother, what's up, family?" I ain't hear nobody back in the day say it was for Israel, but we did know that it was like they ain't had no weapons of mass destruction. We never even heard of weapons of mass destruction. A weapon of mass destruction is a nuclear bomb. When they was hollering about weapons of mass destruction, Israel was sitting on weapons of mass destruction. The only Middle Eastern country with weapons of mass destruction. We was sitting on weapons. And let me tell you what's so fugazi about this. So now let me lead up to my other question before I get into, because now I'm start to kind of get into this, the whole thing of what I want to speak on. Has the U.S. stepped in some sticky shit? Anybody ever stepped in doodle before? You know the awful feeling about stepping in wet dog doodle. Not only does it fuck up your clean shoes, but now you got to try to find a fresh piece of grass to smear it out on, right? Before you can even begin to clean it, you have to try to smear it on something. Has the U.S. stepped in some sticky shit they just can't get off their feet? We can't. Iran is being smart. Iran like, no, you punched me in my shit. It reminded me when I fought a white boy when I was a jit. I fought this white boy, big ass cracker. I swung on him first. But I had no choice but to swing on him first because he stepped to me. We already had a plan to fight. And he dropped his book bag. I dropped my book bag. That's how you used to do in school. You drop your book bag. That really means it's up. So I swung on him. And I never fucking forget. I whooped his ass. This just get to the meat and potatoes. I whooped his ass. But when he hit me back, that initial punch, I remember saying, what the fuck did I just get myself into? This cracker hit me so fucking hard. Bitch, that shit felt like it felt like he was a gargoyle. You remember that show Gargoyles? The bitch turned to stone in the day? Like, that bitch turned to stone. And he hit me, boom. And that shit was cause for concern. I can almost see all my homeboys. You know, I'm from the ghetto. Bitch, these niggas gonna roast me on the school bus if I lose to this white boy. I'm fighting down there like a girl at the beginning of it. Bitch, I'm down there, wow. I gotta throw as much as I can. And a couple of them was lucky, hit him right in his eye. Once I hit him in his eye, that changed the direction of the fight. My point that I'm making is, it was a reality check because I just knew I was gonna walk him and I did not walk him. Fucking, it was a great fight. The U.S. just knew they was gonna walk on Iran. Iran been sitting on this shit. Iran been like, man, I just remember 3 months ago, the president, not the Ayatollah, but the president did a meeting with Tucker Carlson. He was screaming, we don't want no problems. Like, imagine a motherfucker, you go to fight and they telling you before the fight start, man, I don't want no problems, bro. How can we talk this out? And you like, nah, bitch, my dog, your dog being Israel. My dog say you want pressure. My dog say you want beef. And then so they telling you, listen, your dog is a troublemaker. I don't got no beef with you. If your dog want to fight me, we can fight a head up. But I definitely don't got no pressure with you. And you like, no, fuck that, nigga. I'm taking my dog. We call it steal a fade. And where I'm from, we call it steal somebody fade. That means you steal somebody fight. Most people do that for their family. I ain't gonna let you fight him. You gotta fight me first before you make it to him. So we go playing big nigga shit, big brother. And this motherfucker like, nah, man, listen, y'all got all the nuclear shit, y'all got all the weapons, y'all got all this and that. Now these bitches strategic as fuck. They been knowing that, okay, such and such is annoying as fuck, but he only act like that because he know who his brother Debo. He got to imagine that Smokey and Debo was later. Imagine in the movie Friday, but in Friday, imagine Debo got a little brother. Let's just say Smokey is the little brother. You feel me? So fucking, man, yeah, Smokey be talking all that shit, but bitch, that bitch got a big brother named Debo, man. I love to whoop Smokey ass, but then Debo gonna come. So imagine a bitch not hindsight, a precursor, a person say, you know what, I'm gonna plan on this. I'm gonna plot. Okay, all right. I know Debo gonna come, so let me put these they put shit into play, but they don't. I mean, they put plans into motion, but they don't set off the plans. Fucking one day Debo come around that bitch, turning up. Debo say, hey, man, listen, I want to squash the beef between you and my little brother. You say, okay, thank you. Brought time. Soon as Debo say, hey, come over here, man. My little brother want to apologize. You go over to where Debo at. Motherfucking little brother be like, hey, man, listen, man, I don't want no beef with your dog. And you like, cool. So you go back home. Before you can make it home, bitch, these bitches fucking your shit up, your whole territory up. That's what America did, bitch. Bitch, we did a backdoor deal. Like, we're going to shake your hand. We're going to shake hands on this shit. And then we said, fuck y'all, bitch. Thank you for buying time. And so now America like, okay. My bad. It ain't no my bad. Bitch, you done killed the Ayatollah. You done killed everybody. And they did the right thing by putting the sun. Remember all the late night talk shows last week had all the jokes. That's why you can't even trust these late night talk shows. They act like they so against. They might be against Trump. Like, look at a Stephen Colbert. Stephen Colbert is getting fired by Trump. But he'll defend the government at all costs. You see how that works? So you're getting fired by Trump. But you got to pay attention to these little jokes. They never go against Israel. Never. I'm talking about these late night show hosts. So Stephen Colbert making jokes last week, which I thought was very distasteful. He's like, who's going to be the next leader? The next leader only going to live for 7 seconds. Okay, the next leader is riding the fuck. He enjoying the most of his 7 seconds. He got these motherfuckers talking about coming to the peace table. He like, fuck peace. You killed my pops. You killed my family. Fuck peace. Last time we gave y'all niggas peace, y'all used that to fucking re-up on weapons. Ain't no peace. We bombing this shit. Ain't no, that's like a bitch get punched in that shit, they fall to the ground, they want to call time out. Nigga, this a fight. I gotta stump you out. Time out this bitch in when I stump you out. when you can't move. And you better hope you're dealing with a civil person, because some motherfuckers will kill you after you can't move. I seen a nigga slam a nigga on conscience and on Facebook like a week ago, and then the nigga was on instantly on conscience, and even after he was on conscience, the other nigga, his hands all locked up and shit, he's still kicking this nigga in the face. That's what time I ran on. Fuck this shit. Somebody asked me in the chat the other day. They were like, what do they gotta do? They gotta knock the whole fucking... Look, we gotta be looking at the sky like this. Is that a falling star? Nope. That look like Israel. Bitch, we gotta watch Israel go up into Smith. We gotta be looking in the sky. Pieces of Israel gotta be falling all over the fucking place. We gotta watch Israel get their ass Gaza script. You see how this shit work? You see how this is the power of the Lord. This ain't no man. Listen, bro. You want to believe in God? You want to sign that God is real? Look at what's going on. They fighting with God's scrim. See, this is how you know we all got the same God. We could call God a million different things. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And when you do perverse shit, God will not be on your side. And what's happening right now is God is on Iran's side. So you could call it Allah, you could call Buddha, you could call Jesus, you could call him Jehovah, whatever the hell you want to call him. He is on their side, and he's making an example in front of the world. I hope they don't take their foot off the gas. Keep your foot on their fucking neck, because this is what I thought about today when I'm hearing this shit. U.S. done lifted Russian sanctions. Wait a minute. Ain't I was the front. I hate to sound like I'm taking credit, but haven't I been telling motherfuckers there ain't never been no beef between Russia and America? That's made up. We do more business in a little bit with Russia, all this fucking Russian vodka. That's made up. Nigga, we got more nuclear bombs and shit than anything in Russia got. We got all the shit. We able to fund a war directly with the country that's a part of Russia. We the one fucking fucked up the USSR. We the one broke up the Soviet Union. America. The big dog. So now all of a sudden the big dog supposed to go. If I'm Iran, I'm telling Russia like this. Listen, I'm glad you got to sell your barrels at $83. You were selling at $23. Y'all finna make a lot of money. But guess what? That money is still fiat currency. That money is in contingency with America still being the world power after this shit is over with. That's why. So it looks like you're balling right now. But if they fucking fall, then that little $83 a barrel don't mean shit, because that's with fiat currency. So at the end of the goddamn day, I'm like, if I'm Iran, I'm respectfully, Russia, we appreciate you, but these bitches been dogging you out in the news and backstabbing you for the last 60 years. This is the one time. You see, the things work twofold. They see the Zionists was looking like, it's the one time we can take over the Middle East. Everything. Let's just go for it. But now the cards done turned. This is the one opportunity a motherfucker got to put America on its ass. And when I say that, I say it as a citizen. I don't get to make no... I say that I represent hundreds of millions inside of America who vote and don't have no say-so in how nothing goes. Even when we vote, it goes to the electoral college, because a bitch say we impotent. We not capable of selecting our leaders. So even when we do vote for our leaders, they still say, oh, well, we're going to let that vote go to the electoral college, who's still going to give the delegations and whatnot. You see how they do us? They shit on us, bro. It's no freedom. It's a fake freedom, and it's a great appeal of freedom. One thing I will say that they do a decent job on is this so-called freedom of speech. Where is it freedom of speech if you suppress it? Freedom of speech is a freedom to allow my shit to go quadruple platinum, bitch. Let that shit populate amongst the masses. And if it don't suppress my speech. Don't hide my speech, because I'm gonna drop this knowledge on you. So it goes to, like I was saying, watch out for this false flag. I think California gonna put on a false flag to try to win this favorable opinion of the public, because they lost the public. They lost the public. Like, we actually out here, and which is it's a crazy thing, because you don't want to cheer technically for America, You don't want to cheer technically for America to lose because we work here. This is where our lives is at. But we need a fucking change, bro. We need a change. We need a change, bro. Like we don't have a like we need a change. Donald Trump is looking like he's about to be the last American president. We need a change. We need a governmental, fundamental change in how we run shit. I've already said the resolution months back, and I'll say it again. No one person should be the governor of a state. Each state need to be broken down to 3 regions. South, middle, north. That's each 50 states. So you do 50 times 3, what that is, 150. That's our government right there. And I'll fuck all this House of Representative, Senator, Mayor. I'll fuck all that shit. We need that. Now we can do mayors and shit. We can keep local government, but as far as the federal government, 150. 150. I don't give a fuck you Republican or Democrat. You might have a state that got, like I said, it's regional. You break each state down in 3 regions, south, middle, north. So maybe the middle and the north is Republican. Maybe the one in the south is Democrat. Maybe all 3 of them go Democrat. Maybe all 3 of them go Republican. But we need to be able to point fingers. Second thing, we need to take corporations out of the election system and donation. Like that's the biggest thing that has killed America, which is corporations is fundraising. Like you're an idiot thinking that I'm gonna donate $1 and I'm gonna change them. I'm gonna help this person campaign. I'm gonna send them my little hard working $20. Nigga, you can't compete with Walmart, Sam's Club, and every other Tesla. You can't compete with corporations. Corporations acting as human beings, aka persons. That's what they call it, a person. That's why when the police ask, may I search your person? They talking about the character of your ID. Your ID in itself is a person because you are a human being. I could change my name to Michelin Man tomorrow. I could change my name to McDonald's the next day. And then next week, I could change my name to Wendy's and be that person because Wendy's is a person. McDonald's is a person. If somebody died at McDonald's, the owner of that store don't go to prison. McDonald's is found guilty and fined because McDonald's is a person. You just can't put the building in the jail, so you fine it a fine. So until we start counting corporations as persons, Boston versus First Bank United, until we stop counting these corporations as persons and letting them donate and contribute to campaigns, then we can see a real difference because we the people. That's what our Constitution was written off of. We the people, but we the people don't have power if we gotta put our money up against a corporation. Do you know how a union works? A union works with a group of conglomerates who put their money together to make more money than one person, to have more money. So if me and you are trying to outbid Dr. Dre, it's gonna take about 1,000 of us. And even then, we're going to come. That's just one person, one billionaire. So you put all these 100 millionaires up. We can't compete with these niggas. Now, if they want to spend their own personal money, and this is the crazy part. I'm telling you how we couldn't compete with them on a personal level. We can't compete with the corporation they own. I can't outbid Beats by Dre. I can't outbid Sony. I can't outbid UMG. So when we're looking at corporations and the money that they able to create and generate and put into elections and dictate who we select. Come on, bro. So like I said, bro. I hope this thing trickles down from a world awakening to where we at right now. We're awakening that, oh shit, I can't damn, we don't have the weapons. We realize this war has taught us that we're no longer an industrial country like we was in World War II, where they had the ladies in the factories making all the bullets and the guns and this and that and the men. We don't got that shit no more. I really hope that this war changes on so many levels. I hope that after this war is over, we could get cars in from China. I hope that if we change the manufacturing industry where Fucking Toyota Tundra ain't $100,000. Chevy Tahoe ain't 90 grand. Are you fucking kidding me? I remember when I was Porsche money. Nah, a regular damn four cab truck. Full extended cab truck, whatever you want to call it, is 100 grand. And the shit still don't got more features than some shit that costs 30 grand in China. We need to become an industrial country again and create our own shit. We haven't created nothing. We import. And then it's the real part. This is the kicker right here that they keep out of the news that they don't really highlight in the news. They say, oh, well, gas is going up because the Strait of Hormuz. Y'all don't remember frack, baby, frack. Frack, baby, frack. Frack, baby, frack. All the fucking oil drilling we do right here in America. All the oil we produce. We're the top producing country in the world of oil. Oh, bitch, tune out then. That must have been one of them folks. They're like, nigga, don't you tell our business. That's our money. Don't fuck up our money. All that Texas oil. All that Louisiana oil. All that Alaska oil. Shit, they been wanting to frack in the Everglades, Florida Everglades. All that Everglades oil. That damn pipeline that they built through the Indians native land. Remember that shit? They kicked the Indians out their territory just to build that pipeline. I'd agree. They didn't build it for us, the people. And whenever they package and market some shit to us, they be like, it's gonna benefit all of us. Nope. So where are these corporations who making all this oil? Where is Apex? Not APAC. I know a lot of people know about APAC, the Jewish lobbyists. I'm talking about Apex. Apex is a company. See, I worked for an environmental company one time, and we used to sell refined oil to Apex. So what we'll do is we'll extract like let's just say it's a spill or some shit. We'll take it, or just natural oil that accumulates at a car wash with all the sludge and all the grease and dirt and all that stuff. We'll put it in a vac truck, right? We'll take a boom, flush that bitch out, vacuum it up, put it in the vac truck, and then we had these what you call cooker tanks. And so you heat that shit up. You heat all this sludge up. You know, even when we took sludge from bunker, it's bunker oil, crude oil, six oil. Some people call it six oil. When we clean out tanks like that and we got all the sludge, we'll put these bitch in these cooker tanks and cook it and heat it up. Get that bitch back flowing, smooth like oil. Then you send it through a filtration system where it go through like 6 different tanks, cleaning it up. After a while, it's all like distilling liquor, basically, distilling. We distill it so much that it's new oil. And then guess what we do? We sold it to a company called Apex. And Apex is one of the leading oil companies in the world, and it's a domestic company. So I say that, how are we talking about oil in the Strait of Hormuz that's fucking us up? These bitches just find any way to steal from us that they can, bruh. We produce oil. That's like saying that the Strait of Hormuz closed so niggas ain't gonna be able to buy marijuana. What the fuck? Since when niggas had a problem? I bet one thing that on the Strait of Hormuz ain't gonna stop is the drugs. Is the drugs gonna start coming in? Think about that shit. This is how y'all can learn when you get in finesse. They say, man, everything finna go up because we can't get nothing in. So how the fuck the drugs keep getting in? Somebody please tell me. I'm just a concerned citizen. Bitch, it's already here. Everything that you can imagine that we import, we already exported. It's just a matter of, does it profit the business owner to sell it within the country, or can he make more money selling it out the country? I knew a guy made $1 million off of selling Pampers in Ghana. I went to his garage. I forgot I did a moving job for his father-in-law, and I had to move something to his house. And when I moved, he said, all right, just put it in the garage. Big-ass garage. That shit was full of boxes. I said, what the hell you doing with all these Pampers? He said, I got a pamper company. I said, where you sell them at? He said, I don't sell them in America. I sell them in Africa. I said, that's how I make my money. So I say that to say we got a whole, everything you want to produce, we produce a lot in America. It's just whether a business owner find it profitable to sell it in America. Because America got so much competitive shit. Oh, they say, oh, well, you can exploit this part. And so we know somebody that really need oil. We can sell that oil at a higher rate than what we could sell it in America. Bitch, you ever seen them Brazilian oil prices and some of them South American country oil prices? That bitch like We tripping off of the gas prices now. This is what motherfuckers paying other places, Colombia and all that shit. This is what they do on the normal. But they don't want to. They say there ain't no profit in selling back to America, even though that's where you extracted all the oil from. Even though you told the Americans that, hey, this will benefit us all if you can extract it on our land. But now all of a sudden you tell no, the Strait of Hormuz cold. No. We can't get that shit in. Come on, man. Stop bucking us, bro. So I just hope that now that's discretion. Soda table. Somebody, I don't know what you were saying, little fam. But anyway, I'm gonna be back with y'all, man. I don't owe my welcome. I done ran out of shit to talk about. The last thing I will say is this: Department of War. I can't wait till when this administration is over to see what the next president does and to show how much all these people was in cahoots with Republican or Democrat. Because I would like the name to just go back to the Department of Defense because that's the stupidest name. It's the most aggressive name. And how you gonna call yourself the Department of War if your ass ain't prepared for war? Like that's so you see how that name invites shit. Like Master P tried to get his brother to change his name from C Murder while he was fighting in the pill. He like, bro, that's not a good name to have. C Murder. Like you trying to tell these people you change your life, but your name's C Murder. We trying to act like we the peacemakers of the world, but we got our fucking department. We no longer defending ourselves, huh? We just the Department of War. We create and initiate war, and then when the shit get too hot to handle, we go to Russia and say, could you help us out? And that's why you gotta, if I'm Iran, I'm looking at Russia sideways like, bro, you better not come to me talk about fucking ease up, bitch. Shit, if I didn't do this shit, they were gonna have it, you were still gonna be getting $20 a barrel for your oil. You were still gonna have all these sanctions against you, and they were still gonna be paying Ukraine to fucking fight your, if they love you so much, why they don't stop this Ukraine war right now? They could stop it yesterday. Hey man, give us our money. We already supposed to have got the money back from them. I ain't heard about no money coming back. And when the money did come back, is the money gonna be used as a stimmy? Because apparently, let's just say 250 billion got loaned to on them or gave to them by Biden. It wasn't even loan, it was given. Then Trump come back at like, hey man, listen, that was a loan. Fuck that. Matter of fact, when you pay us back, pay us in interest. Give us 500 billion. Okay, so that extra 250 surplus billion, is that gonna be given to the citizens? See, like, I want a president and a leader of a country that treat this shit like Robin Hood. Steal from the rich, give to the poor. If you exploit another country, we only gonna support you if we can benefit from the shit. Don't you understand that? If you want to exploit every country in the world, we down with you being the bully as long as you bring the spoils back to us. But when you don't bring the spoils back to us and you keep the spoils, it's a problem, fool. So that's something for y'all to think about. I'm gonna fuck with the late night podcast. Right now, I think this shit too competitive at this hour right now. Like, niggas need a rules and some gimmicks and some shit. Because I just dropped some heat on y'all. And my shit just went unwarranted. Like, I feel like that was a waste of my 40 minutes just now. Something told me to wait till the night to drop the info. But I went and put it out there anyway, though. So, love, man. Y'all take care. I can't wait to catch my midnight crowd. They be fucking with me, man. That's my audience. Anyway, love. Y'all take care of that.